according to the State Department, the United States admitted a total of 11,411 people through the Refugee Admissions Program in all of 2021. It was the lowest number in 40 years, lower than any of the 4 years Donald Trump was president. Now, the previous low, 11,814, was the last year of Donald Trump when the coronavirus pandemic delayed a lot of people's processes. Now, for years, the United States has outpaced other countries. We have been a country that has been built on give us your tired, your poor, whatever's on the Statue of Liberty, accepting millions and millions and millions of refugees. Under Donald Trump, he slashed the refugees. He said, Donald Trump said, I don't want, famous shithole country comment. He slashed it. Now, Biden tried to raise the ceiling to 62,500 refugees. That's great that he said we're going to allow 62,500 refugees in for 2021, but that's words. He hasn't yet rechanged the process of what Donald Trump made it extraordinarily difficult for refugees to go through a process. Those processes are still extraordinarily difficult. So yes, it's nice to say you're going to raise the refugee limit to 62,500, but you got to actually change the procedures to allow 62,500 people to come in. Next year, another great number, 125,000 refugees for 2022. Most experts, and by the way,
that's almost double.
And by the way, I say most experts because I am not an expert. I'm an expert in asylum. But refugees, really, as an immigration lawyer in New York, I don't see a refugee until they've already immigrated to the United States of America. They're doing it from another country. They're doing it through, different social service groups. It's not a paid lawyer thing. So I'm not an expert in the refugee process, but there are experts out there. And they're saying that even though Biden has made the cap 125,000 for 2022, there's no way that's ever going to be reached. Now, Krish Omara Vignaraja, President and CEO of Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services, said in a statement that we are very saddened but unsurprised by the record low admission figures for this fiscal year. It speaks to the lasting damage of the Trump administration's 4-year assault on the refugee program. She added, rebuilding the program from the rubble has further been complicated by the pandemic, which has largely prevented the federal government from processing a robust pipeline of refugee arrivals. So I don't know what needs to happen in terms of the process for this. And this doesn't even include the Afghan refugees. How many people do we talk about all the time who are still in hiding in Afghanistan? Refugee resettlement organizations, they're working to find homes for tens of thousands of Afghans who fled the Taliban. When the Taliban seized control of the country this year, many of those evacuees were paroled into the United States and did not come through the resettlement program. They're not being counted as refugees. So if you count the Afghan refugees, then obviously it is not a record low. But those aren't considered part of the refugee program from the rest of the world.
Okay, different circumstances.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.